CoD Daddies in the building. Hello, hello, and welcome to another edition of Call of Daddy 2. Joining me as always on the sticks, he's that bad dad of CoD. You might know him as Muscle V, but we know him as Dixie.
Yo, 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 Muscle V in the house.
And joining us as well, our executive producer, the man that shirts have forgotten. He is the Pants Man.
Aloha.
And a special guest tonight. You've heard of her before as India, but we tonight are calling her Jose.
Hose-dash-a.
There you go. And I, of course, you can feel free to ask me anything, for I, of course, am Jeeves. And we're welcoming you to the March 3rd edition of Call of Daddy 2. Don't know if you guys have seen in the news, but Russia just took over its first city in Ukraine, which is a bummer. And
what city's
sometimes I can't pronounce it. But sometimes reading the news can be a little dour. You gotta sometimes figure out ways to have a celebration, force a celebration, but not for us tonight, because tonight we have a birthday. Now it's Boo's birthday, which is why he's not here. But that's not going to stop us at all from celebrating and honoring him tonight. But before we do so, Jose, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Yeah,
Guys,
I'm happy to be here.
I assume this is a huge honor for you.
The biggest.
Before we get into the show, do you have anything that you want to plug?
Peace and love, y'all.
Oh, no, I meant like any shows you're in or like a podcast you're doing. Peace and love's good, but are you starring in anything?
I mean, I'm good with peace and love.
Okay. Great. Are you prepared?
That's how we like you. You're not a shameless promoter.
Yes.
I got nothing to promote my life. If that tells you anything about my life.
Now the viewers will get to know you a little bit tonight. But tonight, as I said, it is a night about Boo Radley. Are you prepared to talk all about him? Your favorite guy?
Absolutely. Ready to roll for Boo Radley.
Great. Well, before we get into that, Muscle V, why don't you remind us what happened last episode?
Sure will. Last time on CoD Daddies, our heroes were back at it again with surprising answers to the polls, as many men as I can get, and the Wendy's Frosty were the winners. Tiffany, the mascot, was asked about her favorite food, and the answer was obvious. The Baconator, of course. The heroes were asked what they are giving up for Lent, and the choices were debatable. Boo Radley will be giving up gambling. Pants Man will be giving up turkey sandwiches. Muscle V will be giving up bacon. And lastly, Jeeves will be giving up Call of Duty, which I'm not sure how that's going to work.
Gonna make the show super awkward.
The dinner party got very weird, but the clear answers were the Rock Trio, with The Rock, Chris Rock, and Sean Connery smoking the competition. With the heroes continuing Kill Battle 7, the score stands as follows, with Muscle V 28, Jeeves 24, and Switchback at 0.
Somehow still getting killed. We just started a new one.
Yep. In terms of snipers, Jeeves did move up a couple with 29. Muscle V still has 22, and Switchback has 1. Let's join our heroes on their next adventure.
Perfect. Now, Jose, are you?
Hose
how much
dash
do you?
it.
My
Hose
God.
dash? Oh,
My
Hose dash.
God.
Well, no, I'm allowed to call it both. I said I'd mix it up.
That's right.
Did you ever think you'd hear Muscle V do an incredible introduction like that? Are you wowed?
I'm blown away how well this is going. I really want to know who's watching or who's hearing this.
The fans.
Well,
the fans.
For those of you that are watching, listening, please feel free to drop us comments tonight. But actually, it's a great lead-in. Muscle V, I think you got a shout-out.
Yeah, so we did have a comment on our previous video that we did. It was from Daddy-O.
Our first post-show comment. Super exciting.
Yep. He was unable to get his answers to us for the poll on time. However, he did do it after the fact. He did say that for his favorite fast food item, the answers are Arby's onion rings and mozzarella sticks and Burger King onion ring sauce. Now, neither of those were on our list, so I guess they're still not winners at the moment. But
Yeah, definitely wouldn't have won. But
yeah,
so Jose, we did a great debate about the best fast food item of all time. You're welcome to weigh in if you like right now, but our number one fan just gave us his picks. So we do have to talk about them first.
Let's talk about them.
yep.
So
Okay, I have a lot to
onion
say.
ring. Yeah, I have a lot to say too.
Go ahead.
Onion ring, I'm not going to hate on. It's a good pick. It's definitely tough to get elsewhere, which is why it's acceptable. It was. Where was the onion ring?
Arby's.
Arby's?
Yeah,
Burger
Arby's. No, Arby's.
No, it's the Burger King onion ring sauce, which is an interesting note.
Did he
But,
say onion rings?
So it's the
I thought it
Arby's.
was-
It's the Arby's onion rings and mozzarella sticks, but the Burger King onion rings sauce.
I thought it was
Yeah.
curly fries.
No,
No.
you just read Arby's and then put you
Why
swapped
would
that.
you-
and
Why,
Assumed.
why would you say Arby's and not say curly fries?
Right.
It-
Arby's curly fries.
I mean, the Arby's curly fry is amazing, but I mean the onion ring's good too, and it's tough to get a good onion ring in fast food. So I hate that pick. And then mozzarella sticks is really interesting because we haven't talked about it on the show yet, but Pantsman, we've debated this on one of our previous calls. Mozzarella sticks, for some reason, you can't get a good one like at every time you order at a restaurant, you're excited, and every time at a restaurant, it's a letdown. I'm not saying that Burger King or that Arby's is good, but it's not bad. It's just as good as any mozzarella stick you're getting at a restaurant.
I've gone
worst
back
case.
to the Arby's mozzarella stick well many a time because, like you said, it's not the pinnacle. It's not the thing that I'm like, oh man, when I think of the best mozzarella sticks ever, that's what I think of. No, it's just passable, but it's consistent. It's always just fine. And so
hella
often,
cheap. Like,
yeah, so often the mozzarella sticks are just soggy and sad and limp and terrible. So I'm all in on the Arby's mozzarella sticks. That was a great pick. I also agree with curly fries, whether he said it or not. I don't really know their onion rings. I haven't really experienced their onion rings.
I don't
remember
either.
doing so.
I know
I've definitely had
zesty-
Burger King onion rings, and they're hot garbage. They're terrible. And that sauce,
Yeah, but he didn't
I'm
say that.
sorry, Daddy-O, but the Burger King onion ring sauce is maybe one of the worst condiments in fast food history. It's awful.
Oh wow, there might
So wait, I
be
don't
a
think
fight.
I don't think
I feel like
I don't think I know this sauce.
Yeah,
what?
I've never
what
had it.
is it?
I
I've had
don't
the
know what it is.
zesty-
I always expect it to, because it's very orange, and I always expect it to be like kind of either spicy, like a Chipotle style sauce, which it's not, or kind of Thousand Islandy and kind of that tanginess. It's not. I really don't know how to describe it other than off. Like every time I've had
So
it,
wait,
I go and think like maybe this time it'll be better. And
Maybe
I
it's
think I've had
your-
it twice.
Yeah, maybe it's your expectation that's just off.
No,
No,
it's awful. It's bad.
Pantsman would adjust his expectation. He's not dead set in his ways over. What is zesty? Is it the I remember the chicken finger sauce and that being
yeah.
orange. It was like,
Yeah, that
that's
was
good
orange.
is that what we're talking about? Because that is good stuff.
Yeah.
I think so. It's not the same.
Yeah, I didn't call it onion ring sauce ever, so I'm not sure I've ever had this. Pantsman, how would
I've
is
never
it-
had onion rings from Burger King or mozzarella sticks from Arby's. Now I want to go get them.
So
You
let's
should
I would
have
definitely
let's
say
Burger
do
King
get the
that.
onion
mozzarella sticks from Arby's. You can pass on the onion ring. Don't go to Burger King. Full stop. It's just not a good fast food chain.
I mean, I gotta go try the onion ring sauce now because I don't know. I'm willing to try it.
Now, can you get just
Give
the
it a
onion ring
try. Tell
sauce
me if I'm crazy.
without getting onion rings at Burger King? Do we know this?
Why
Yeah,
would
I'm sure you
anyone
can.
just go for sauce though?
Because their
Well,
food
no.
is not great.
Maybe fries?
I just
I like
want
the idea
the
of going to the
sauce.
counter and be like, I hate your food, but I really have to try this sauce.
Well, you're going
Can
through
you
the
give me the
drive-through
sauce?
nowadays. You're not getting out of your car for this.
That's probably true.
So you're going through the drive-through. Can I have your order? Yeah. Can I just have the onion ring sauce, please?
Now I will admit, to my recollection, and it's possible it's happened more than this, but the 2 times I can remember getting onion rings at Burger King, it was on the turnpike. I was traveling from the city I live in to the city I'm from, and I
Well, you have
had
to throw.
like the rest stops are just nothing but Burger Kings. That's all they have at the rest stops. And for a while, I
You
would.
can't. You can't count that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the lowest quality version you're gonna get.
But here's the thing.
Oh,
It's
sniper
not
kill!
like-
Sniper kill!
Yeah, I watched that. That was dope.
But it's not like I went and like I'm not judging the onion rings solely based on that experience. I'm judging the sauce, which comes in a pre-made packet. Like it's not like they had to. It's not like they had any way of screwing it up. It's the same thing at every Burger King.
Well, you did take a dig on the onion rings, and I think that's probably unfair. You should try them elsewhere. It sounds like.
Yeah, go to your local.
That's fine, and
Burger King.
I'm willing to give them another chance. I just think that sauce is genuine awful.
All right, we're gonna have to move on. Daddy, you've sparked a fire in us. These are very interesting answers. I don't even know how to properly rate it. I'm gonna go 6 out of 10 for your answers.
Honestly, I know I'm giving you a hard time because of my dislike of that sauce, but honestly, give me the sauce. I can ignore it. Like if you're handing me those mozzarella sticks and give me a chance to try the Arby's onion rings, I'm all in on that. So I'd give them an 8 out of 10, honestly.
I'm not upset. They're definitely not the best fast food item, but I'm not upset by the picks. Certainly, we did worse. I would say collectively.
Yeah. Did we?
Jose.
Dash-A, did we share with you yet what our picks were?
No, do share. Do tell.
So I picked the Frosty from Wendy's.
Good choice.
Boo picked the Popeye chicken sandwich.
Jose, this is best of all time. Frosty's not best of all time.
I mean,
Best item.
When you dip fries in it, there's something unique.
Yeah, it's unique. It's not. It's good. It's not
all
the
right.
best thing.
Let's just let her hear what the choices were, and then she can tell us if she would pick something different. So
yeah, you can tell us which one you'd pick.
So Jeeves chose the Egg McMuffin from McDonald's.
Oh God.
And Dixie chose the Baconator from Wendy's.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
There you go.
You know, I the Egg McMuffin. My God, how vanilla can you get?
Whoa!
You were cool with a Frosty, and you're worried about the vanilliness of an Egg McMuffin? Are you out of your fucking mind?
The
bread.
Literally a vanilla flavor if you want it.
Well, it's egg with English muffin.
Yeah, what is and Canadian bacon?
I mean, I can make that faster than sitting in the drive-through line.
You don't think you can make chocolate ice cream?
Oh my God!
I usually don't have the goods to make a chocolate.
It's just sugar and ice. What do you mean?
Perfect texture, perfectly temperate.
That was my exact argument, that it is a perfect texture. Oh, I'm so happy you're on the show today.
I'll fucking land it.
You know,
also, Frosty is the one that won, which is really disappointing.
Yeah.
Well, but here's the thing, though. Baconator, solid choice.
Thank you.
I think.
Yeah.
I think for me, it would be a cheeseburger with bacon from Wendy's, but.
Wait, just a
Isn't
cheeseburger?
Is that the Baconator, pretty much?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I want the Baconator, but I don't want all the bacon.
You wouldn't do it like even a junior bacon cheese? You're doing just a cheeseburger.
I would do a junior bacon cheeseburger from Wendy's, not only because of the price, but the taste.
I feel like
you got a hack where you're like, you convinced them to make you a Baconator, but somehow ring it up as a $1 menu item.
It's called being smart.
Okay.
No.
I was gonna be real mad if you went with if you would have went just cheeseburger after calling my order vanilla. That would have been really upsetting as well.
With no condiments, just plain cheeseburger.
Yeah. I actually used to do no condiment. I was actually the move. I used to hate ketchup and mustard as a kid.
What?
Me too.
Oh my God, my kid drinks it.
Ugh.
Oh,
you're a bad mother.
He or she probably should not do that.
I am.
You well,
wait till yours do.
I can't. I'm not saying that my daughter won't, but you should definitely stop your kid from drinking ketchup.
My son
She'll
is
be fine.
chugging. My son's chugging the Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yep. There you go. There you go.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on. Let's remember that we are here to honor Boo tonight.
That's right.
So, Jose, normally at the top of the show, I have our producers. Jose, we said we can call you both. Anyway.
Why do you get to make the choice on her name?
That's right.
You introduced me. That's what you said when you joined the chat. All right, whatever. Hose-A, if that's better. Normally at the top of the show, we have our producers hand out awards. Obviously, one of our producers isn't here. That's Boo. So instead, I thought all of us could go around and give an award to Boo, since he rarely gets them anyway, because he never earns anything on the show. So, Pants Man, what award do you have for Boo?
Well, it is, as we discussed yesterday, the first week of Lent. And in that spirit, I want to give Boo the Holy Award for his holy sweatpants that he always wears, and it always makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's good. That's a really speaks for itself one. All right. Muscle V, what do you got?
Yeah, I want to give Boo the Being Born Award for being born on this day, however many years ago.
So the birthday award.
Just the Being Born Award.
You made the award harder to say than the thing you
the award itself.
Super awkward. All right, love it. I'm giving Boo the "What are we doing?" award because he A, can't pronounce water, and B, he doesn't ever know what we're doing.
Good.
Hose-A, do you have any awards to give Boo? And you do not have to give one. He doesn't deserve them.
I do. I would like to give him the award for the most descriptive.
That is accurate. Although you'd be surprised, for large swaths of this show, he goes completely silent. It's really crazy, actually.
But pretty much if any bitter segment goes past 3 minutes, he shuts down.
Well, even if it's one he came up with or introduced.
But here's the thing, though. Once he's into it, and when he knows that someone else is into it, he will not stop describing it. I have I have a very specific scenario in mind, but I'll wait.
Yeah, your award is dead on. You did great. I'm just saying, it's weird on this show how quiet he gets. We will probably get into that, though.
Yeah, we need to.
Okay, great. Good work. Okay, perfect. Good work, everyone. Especially Hose-A. All right, before we jump into some more Boo stuff, why don't you hit us with some listener mail, Pants Man?
All right, here comes the mailbag. So for all of our loyal listeners, they don't need to know about this, but I'm going to share it with our friend Hose-A. So we've got a mailbag, a literal mailbag. So we opened a P.O. box, and that is how we get feedback from our audience. They can write us letters, ask us questions, send us packages. And basically, once a day, I go to the P.O. box, I look at all the big pile of stuff we've gotten from them, and I open up a letter, and I usually do this sort of at random. So let's see if I can find a good one here. Oh, this is fun. Very colorful. Let me open this one. Okay. Oh, that's great. Oh, you know what? It's a birthday card for Boo. Oh, isn't that nice? Okay, so it's got like a cute picture of a dog on it with a little hat on. Let me open it up. Okay, there's like a little poem inside. It says, "Another year passed. It's your birthday once more. You should feel very special and let your spirit roar." Well, okay, that's just nice. That's really nice. Now there's a handwritten message. Let me read that. Listen, bitch.
You mean separate from the card?
What? No, there was like, it's like a Hallmark card.
Yeah, right. They wrote in the card.
Yeah, they wrote in the card with, the poem was printed on it. I'm saying this is what they wrote.
Okay, got it.
A personalized message. Listen, bitch. I want my money. I told you what would happen if you stiffed me. You've got until Friday, and then I'm collecting. Hugs and kisses, your bookie.
Oh.
We have some upset fans. So a lot of our fans are really angry in this in these
I
letters.
would not describe this as a fan so much, but
I would.
I don't boo through the P.O. box, so that's got to mean we're getting somewhere with our show.
I just want to remind our listeners, as always, if you're going to send us in mail, make sure you include a question. We can't do anything with just statements.
We could probably just toss that one out and just keep going.
Yeah. Your bookie, do better. You can do better. All right. What else you got for us in listener mail?
Many times I have to go over this. I did the thing. It's done. The rest are already in the fire. I burn all the ones that I don't read. So there is no more.
You can just say
got it.
You can just say there's no more questions. Relax.
All right.
Jesus. Okay. We're actually between segments. Muscle, you want to do your ad spot real quick?
Sure,
I assume
I
it
could do my
won't
ad
last
spot.
long.
Yeah, I got a brand new Muscle V ad today.
You don't have to say it. Just do the spot.
Are you afraid you're gonna look too dope in that fresh V? Are you too shy to let your guns hang out? Do you only play sports in a regular t-shirt? Yuck. If you've answered yes to all of these questions, then you have to visit musclev.com. The Muscle V is a muscle showing confidence boosting V-neck which will blow your haters away. They won't even know what hit them. Visit www.musclev.com to get yours today.
Are you taking criticisms?
No.
Okay, I'm going to give one anyway. If you said if they had any of those symptoms, I think they'd qualify for a Muscle V shirt. Why all of them? That's so many things.
I mean, if you said yes to all of them, I'm not saying
Right.
like
What
we're not.
You said yes to any of them.
The Muscle V clothing company isn't saying, "Oh, we're not going to sell you our shirt, our V shirt."
Right, but I'm saying when you're inviting people in, why wouldn't you just say any? Why all?
Look,
It's
I didn't
so many things.
write this. The company
You
wrote it.
definitely wrote it.
The company wrote it, and I'm just reading it.
It's your company.
I know you didn't hire anyone. You're way too cheap to hire anyone.
No, we have writers. We have ad people. We have people shooting commercials today.
As somebody who gets 1% of your profits, I'm not happy with the amount of bodies you're throwing at this problem. I feel like maybe you cut back on the hiring for a while.
The only way to make money is to spend money. You gotta spend money to make money.
That does not. Thank you. Okay. Before we jump into more of the Boo stuff, why don't you explain to our guest, our mascot, real quick? And if you have any updates, Pants Man. No is fine, by the way.
So I don't know if you had a chance to click on the link I sent you to the Twitch stream for CoD Daddies, but if you do, you'll see a little circle, little person there, and that is a codfish with a mustache, and her name is Tiffany, and she is our mascot.
And she's the most useless piece of shit I've ever met.
Now, wait a minute. I don't want you slandering our mascot. She works very hard and is deserving of everybody's respect. Okay?
She's a fishy atrocity.
I'm begging you. Just be nice. She's got a lot of dirt on me. We've been over this. She's got a lot of dirt on me. That's why she's got this job. And I haven't slept in days, frankly, because she can ruin me. So just
not really sure how that affects me. She's a terrible person.
I really don't care about that.
She's demanding raises, like, out of control.
Look, you don't have to give her the sexual favor, so I don't know why you're complaining.
Because she wanted a quarter. All right, anyway, thank you for that. Also, I'm dead. Muscle's about to die. Again, even though you just did the ad spot.
Oh my god.
Lost. We almost didn't make it out of his own ad spot.
Wow.
That was pretty bad.
Last night was the best we ever did. This is probably the worst game we've ever played together.
I did have a kill though.
Pantsman, you want to just do your ad spot now? Since we have time.
Sure. You love music. Hey, we all love music. And there's nothing better than experiencing your favorite artist performing at the top of their game. And the best way to listen, the most crisp sound and warmest tones, comes not from something new and exciting, but something classic and familiar. a hipster throwback technology that's become surprisingly popular. No, I'm not talking about vinyl records. I'm talking about the Microsoft Zune. The Zune has all the convenience of 2000s era iPods and none of that cumbersome flash. It's got a great user interface that doesn't complicate things with features or functions. Just plug in your wired headphones, hit play. Zune, it'll do.
It'll do.
Oh, getting that sweet Zune money. Yeah, baby. All right, that was an unassailable.
Does that go out of business? Like, isn't that done?
Microsoft? No, they're still in business.
The Zune piece of it.
You can always bring back.
I will
things.
have you know there is a thriving eBay market for them.
All those collectors, right?
Yeah, vintage.
Wait, did eBay send us the ad or did Microsoft?
It doesn't matter. eBay makes money either way.
That's probably true. All right. Okay, guys. Well, as I said, we're gathered here today to discuss Boo in all of his insanity, his glory, everything that makes him ridiculous, and the man our viewers have come to either love or despise. So I thought we could go around the horn and everyone drop either a fact or a memory or just what you think of whenever you hear his name. So, Pants Man, we start with you.
Well, I would like to share a story about Boo, and suddenly it feels like we're having a wake.
That's yeah. Wait, how do you do birthdays?
So I, to my great shock and horror, once lived in the same apartment with both Dixie and Boo. And we shared this apartment. There's honestly lots of stories to tell about this, but the one I'm going to share is about the thermostat. So,
oh no, I thought you were going to tell this story.
We had made an agreement when we moved in. We discussed it, and Boo said, he's comfortable at any temperature. He doesn't care what the thermostat's at. He said, "Don't even ask me." He said this. Don't even ask me about the thermostat because whenever you want to turn the heat on or turn on the air conditioning, just do it. I don't care. He volunteered this opinion. So, all of us were young college kids. We didn't really have a lot of money. And, we were trying to save money. So it was getting colder. This is in the northern part of the world where winter happens. And it was into literally November. We're talking in the apartment, it was at best 50 degrees. It was cold. And only going to get colder. Now, there was another problem with this apartment, which I now recognize as a grown man was a slumlord. But at the time, I just thought, well, okay, this is just what I got to deal with. So there was a mold problem in this apartment. Mm-hmm. A very, genuine, very gross mold problem. And my room in particular, for some reason, I feel, had just black mold growing on the walls. I remember I went to the landlord once and explained, hey, there's a mold problem. And he said, oh, it's not a problem. Just wipe it off with some bleach.
That is how you get rid of mold.
One way to do it. It's an okay way.
It's the only way.
I was getting tired of having mold just growing all over my room and my stuff, and I was just really getting disgusted by it. So I was we had discussed. I think it was you and me, Muscle V. We were talking about when to turn the heat on, and you and I were holding out on turning it on. But I started turning on the fan because I was reading on the internet that one way to prevent mold growth is air circulation. So I remember I turned on the fan and you turned it off, and then I turned it on and you turned it off, and then we started to fight about it because you're like, it's cold, I don't want a fucking fan on, which is frankly a reasonable position.
Yeah, it was way too cold.
And I said, look, I get it. I don't want the fan on either, but I don't want mold growing on all my stuff. So to prevent that, I need air circulation.
Unreasonable.
Right? So we finally came to a decision. Let's just turn the heat on. That allows the fan to be on to get my air circulation. Also, it'll stop being cold. And for fuck's sake, it's November. We're gonna have to turn on in a few days anyway. Let's just do it. Now, we had a genuine, like, loud fight. Like, Boo was in his room. He could hear this fight. And then you and I, come to a conclusion. Let's turn the heat on. So I turn the heat up. Now, sorry, go ahead.
I said just say yes.
Oh, okay. So I turn it up, turn on the heat. And then I go back to my room, and then the heat's turned off. And I'm like, wait, what? Why is the heat turned off? And Boo starts railing at me, just yelling like I've never seen this much anger. And I've seen him angry, but I've never seen this much anger. And he's screaming at me, and I'll never forget the phrase he used. He said, "It's always something with you, Curtis." Now, I'm sure
you said your name, by the way.
You did not have to use a direct quote for that.
You doxed yourself.
Oh, man. That's true. Yeah. I've not practiced in avoiding Pants Man's name.
That's interesting.
Amazing.
I mean, it's okay if you do it to yourself, I guess.
Right? It's fine. So anyway, he said that. And I just remember being like, what are you even talking about? Like, we haven't fought about anything the entire year. Like, we've had no disagreements other than regular, like, teasing each other or whatever. So it became this whole fight. And then for like a day after that, there was just tension and unhappiness. And he was like very serious. Like, we're not turning the heat on. We're not doing it. Fuck you. And then I remember we went out drinking and we were trying to get you, because you were the only one, Jeeves, who didn't live with us. So we were trying to get your perspective, like as the outsider, to be our person to judge this. And I remember you were kind of like, I think at first you were like, what are you talking about? How have you not turned? It's like winter. Why have you not turned your heat on? Like, you were on my side. But then Boo.
So
mad. The story's drawn up too many memories for you.
Oh my gosh. So Boo Radley, I was trying to say them too fast. Boo Radley. He starts defending himself by saying, like, we don't have a lot of money. We're not going to spend all this, hundreds of dollars on gas just to, turn the heat up to 80 degrees. And you're like, oh, well, yeah, like, you don't need to turn the heat up that much. And I was like, I set it at 68. Like, I didn't set it high. I didn't set it at like 80 degrees. But somehow he thought, without even looking at the thermostat, apparently, that I had unreasonably jacked up the price of gas by turning the heat up to like tropical weather, I guess. And literally, he went from so mad he wouldn't like let it go to, oh yeah, we can do that. That's no problem.
I will say 68 is kind of reasonable, right? That's like the standard heat temperature.
That is the standard. Yeah.
And honest to God, I think we set it at 65. I think it was lower than 68.
Yeah, I do recall it being even lower than 68.
Yeah, 65 is
I remember you guys started telling me this. I'm like, you can use the heat. It's snowing out. What are you talking about? We've had the heat on for like a month. And then he did get fired up. And then you said you wanted it this. He went from that Boo switch where he was going 2,000 miles per hour to be like, oh yeah, okay, everything's great then. No more issues the rest of the year.
I know. The mold did not go away, if anybody was wondering. It just persisted.
Of course it didn't. That's not how mold works. You have to clean it up.
Oh, I think at some point,
get at the source.
Didn't at some point he come clean it up? Because we lived there another year after that. He had to have.
I think when I moved, because I only stayed there the 1 year, and then somebody else moved into that room. So I think when I cleaned out the room, I think he did like a clean. But literally, like the mold that was growing, like I don't know where it was coming from or how deep in the walls it was, but it needed a thorough deep dive renovation. And he like literally brought a sponge and some bleachy water.
I mean, it would help for a little bit. All right. Anyway, thank you for that, Pants Man. How about you, Muscle V? What's a Boo memory or fact about him you got for us?
So Boo memory for me is, it seemed like every time when we went out to the bars or the fraternity houses or wherever we'd go, Boo Radley would put on a specific T-shirt. You all may remember it as the Mario Kart shirt.
Mario Kart shirt. Yeah.
Mario Kart shirt. He thought he was so cool in that shirt, and I believe it was the opposite.
Wasn't it? Well, wait a minute. I want you to paint a visual picture for us of this shirt.
Please.
I think, okay, I don't remember exactly, but I think it was black.
I do. I remember it vividly. So yeah, you go and I'll correct you.
I think it was a black shirt. There was like little, like colorful like dots on the shirt or something. I don't remember exactly. But
False.
False. Okay.
Incorrect. There was, it was technically basically like a striped shirt, but the stripes consisted of like X's. So like there's these little X's going up and down his, like not up and down, just do it in stripe pattern. But they were like offset. It was easily the weirdest shirt, and we use
like
it all
diagonal.
the time. Not diagonal stripes. That would be crazy.
Yeah, this was his going out
vertical. Yeah, this was his nicest shirt.
I
they were
didn't
vertical.
remember this at all.
This is
how we used to talk to girls, because we would make fun of Boo's shirt to other females, and they would sometimes talk to us about it. It was very helpful.
I have no recollection of that shirt. I can't even visualize it.
We already knew you, so we didn't have to talk to you about the shirt.
There's only new females.
Yes, it's the only ones we were trying to...
Wasn't there a yellow... Wasn't there kind of a Charlie Brown shirt, too?
Yeah.
That's what I remember. That's the one that I remember.
Well, he has a lot of orange shirts. You're not thinking of any of his orange shirts, are you?
I might be.
Yeah, I think you are.
He also had a ton of plaid. I only remember him in plaid.
Oh, yeah, I've got a real memory of him in a button-down, long-sleeve plaid that was just a little too big for him.
That's all of his shirts, right?
That's every memory of Boo Radley involves that.
Yeah. That's
By
fair.
the way, so far, Hose-A, you are better than all of us at the not saying the real name.
I agree, because I am intentionally catching myself. I'm deliberately catching myself.
Normally, we're a little better. Normally, Boo's the bad one.
I think we don't do a lot of this storytelling that we're doing now. I feel like when I'm in the zone of telling a story the way I would normally tell it, like just naturally the real name comes out.
Well, you told a direct quote, so that was your big downfall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that, Muscle V.
Welcome.
Mine is that Boo is the only man, actually the only person. I'm a recent dad, but Boo's the only person that's called me dad, and he did it twice. And bonus, he also called me his own name twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. All right, what do you got for us, Hose-A?
The one memory that sticks out in my mind is when we were all celebrating in Cleveland.
Oh,
we
yes.
were all staying in the same hotel room.
Yep.
And we all had a lot to drink the night before.
Mm-hmm.
Boo Radley decided the next day was the best day for a very large breakfast that includes several hard-boiled eggs, I believe.
Well, I want to defend him a little bit. There was a free breakfast at this particular Hampton Inn.
Yeah, we all ate the breakfast, right?
No.
No, I did not eat the breakfast.
I slept through the breakfast.
Was it just me and Boo? It might have just been me and Boo.
Together. You came back to regale us of his risky endeavor.
Yeah, because I'm a big egg fan, but I did not trust those hard-boiled. That's the first time I think I've ever turned down a hard-boiled egg.
Well,
he only had one though.
The way it was coming out, it did not sound like it was just one, which is why I gave him the best, I guess the most articulate award too, because the vivid details.
Yes, and as your previous award indicated, the endless details as well.
The endless, non-stop, ongoing details of what was his vomit.
So it was only one hard-boiled egg, but I think it made him vomit up everything we had for breakfast. was where you're
Well,
confused.
and I heard he described every single thing that was coming out. So, yep,
Would you?
I knew
You do not
exactly
have
what it
to, but would you like to do an impression of it?
was.
Yeah,
I
the
can't
more Boo impressions we can do, the better tonight.
I think Jeeves, you should do it. I feel like you have a better recollection of it.
Well, I definitely remember him going. Ugh. He first was a super loud puke. Like you
Super
know how
loud, yeah.
sometimes there's
It
there's
always
quiet
is.
pukes. This
This
was
is with the door closed too.
this had to be his loudest one ever. At least this is the closest I've ever been when he was doing it.
There was a
And it was just,
very thin wall between us.
yeah, it was just this, oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's the hard-boiled egg. Oh yeah. It'd be large stretches of that, and they go, still the egg. Oh, I don't even know how they're can't believe it's still the egg. For about 25 minutes, it was some version of that. At some point, it was like, "This is not the egg. You're throwing up the rest of your food. Knock it off. Please stop telling us." And then eventually, he would go, "Oh, there's so much."
I remember, oh my God, there's so much. There's so much.
And just bear in mind, we were still basically college students. We didn't have a lot of money, so we rented this hotel room, and it was one of the like 2 double bed hotel rooms, and
We
there were
split it
7
5
of us.
ways. I think there was 6
There
or
was
7 of them.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And multiple people on the floor. Like we are taking up as much square footage as this hotel room has to offer. And we're all just sitting there laughing and maybe a little bit crying as we just are subject to, and we're all hungover, we're all miserable, we're all just like trying to sleep as long as we can until we have to check out. And it's just like,
Really proud of everyone else for not then having a follow-up session. He was the only one that puked, I think.
He did. That's right.
he
That's
did,
right.
I think he did, like we were puking through him. It was so much.
It was so much. It
We
was
didn't even
endless.
have to. We didn't even have to.
Oh, thank you for bringing that one up, Hose Dash A. That was
Yeah.
oh man. I can't believe I blocked that out apparently. Completely forgot that
I
happened.
think we all intentionally did. We wanted to forget that day.
Probably smart.
The day
Well,
was
my
fine.
favorite part
Just
about
on
that
morning.
day, honestly, not to rib on you there, Hose Dash A, but my favorite part is I think it was right after that we were going to find like lunch somewhere on our way back.
Oh yeah.
And we landed on some random Chinese restaurant in downtown Cleveland. And I just remember we walk in and your eyes lit up. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad we came here. Look how authentic this place is. Now, bear in mind,
Yep.
this is the same fortune cookies and lo mein that you've gotten anywhere. Now, granted, there were a lot of Asian people, presumably Chinese, in the restaurant, and I'm sure for like people who are know what they're ordering, I'm sure they can make at that restaurant like a really good, authentic Chinese cuisine. But you were eating chicken fried rice or whatever and going constantly. Oh my God, it's so authentic. This place is so authentic.
I also recall from that, in that same restaurant, Jeeves got a gigantic bowl of soup. And he was drinking it with the soup spoon, and the soup was just flowing all through his arm down to his elbow, and he elbow.
I forgot about that.
I was about to ask if I was even there. I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, I don't remember that part, but
That's funny. I mean, that sounds like the way I eat soup. Definitely. Still,
Yeah, off your elbow. Yeah,
can't wait to teach my daughter how to do that.
it would be a good skill.
It's too bad. It's too bad Boo isn't here. You missed 2 episodes ago. He went on a long-winded rant about how authentic he is. So he could have really told us if that was a true authentic restaurant or not. He said that was his best leadership quality.
How authentic he is?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is 100% what he said to the question.
Wow.
Do you think Boo's authentic?
as the person who can judge everything authentic,
Authenticity?
I would say,
You must think he is.
I mean, Boo's the most authentic there is, you know.
You know,
Yeah.
I will say the thing about Boo is, I think he is genuinely himself, genuinely authentic at all times. I don't think he puts on a mask or a face. I think he is very I think he's very authentic, but he comes off as there's no way this guy's for real. Like,
Yeah,
there is no way
cartoonish.
this is a real person.
Absolutely. All right. Excellent work, everyone. Those were all. I think we've captured Boo's essence so far. Now, as you guys all know, Boo's #1 goal in life is to get married. He's made zero progress on the matter.
Like, shockingly little.
Shocking. It's just stunning how few dates he's actually even gone on. Not sure why. I have a theory that it's probably his his dating profile that needs some work. So I thought we could spend some time and build a better Boo. Now, it helps that tonight we actually have a female on hand who already knows him. So you can help. So I think you certainly can make some pitches, Reminisce. But I think we should each pitch an idea to you, or maybe even a couple, and you can rate them and tell us if it'll work. What do you think?
Sounds good. I'm in.
Perfect. Okay, Pantsman, what's your first suggestion?
My first suggestion is that he should invest a little bit of money and hire a professional photographer. I think, looking back to my days of online dating, the thing that I really took away was how awful most people's photos are. They aren't very, like, honestly, you'd be astounded how many people have unflattering photos of themselves. Or they just have photos that don't show you anything like what they look like. Like, I think the photo is obviously the thing everybody's swiping based on. So I think he needs to really set himself up for success, have a stellar photo, and the best way to do that is to get a real professional. No, he doesn't have to spend more than $5,000, and he's gonna find his future wife.
Right, before Reminisce rates that, you're telling me you want Boo in high depth? High depth? High def?
But
Jesus Christ,
it's not just high def. It's not. I'm not. A blurry photo isn't going to be flattering, even if it hides his bad features, which are legion. I'm saying that professional can airbrush. They can use lighting to do all kinds of things. They can find his best. They will know. Like, if there's a way to make him look good, the professional's going to bring it out.
Okay. All right. Well, what do you think, Reminisce? Will that work for us?
That might work just to get the conversation started.
You think?
Are you saying that he should announce on, like, part of his profile should say that he hired a professional to take these photos, or maybe have like a watermark in each photo saying like whatever photography and design?
But here's the thing, though. No matter how much you embellish that picture, Boo Radley is still Boo Radley. And this woman is going to meet him in person.
Maybe.
Do you want her to be like...
Yeah, we don't know that.
Well, if he wants to get married, he's going to want to meet somebody in person.
Yeah, he's probably going to have to meet him. You would think.
You're talking about like actual dating. And that's fine. We can have that conversation. Right now, we're just trying to get him the date. Like, you can't have a date if you don't get a date. So
that's fair.
That's why I'm saying professional photo. Like, let's put the best foot forward. He can disappoint them later.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's a good start.
Okay, well, what would you rate that out of 10?
I would give it a solid 8. I mean, I think pictures make a big difference. You can kind of tell. And here's the thing: why leave it at embellished, polished, airbrushed pictures? Let's just put pictures of him doing something, even if it's a green screen behind it. Like,
interesting.
A picture of Boo Radley pretending to climb a mountain.
Mount Everest. Oh, that's good.
Your idea is,
know?
your idea is just
put
to
him
completely
on
lie to his
the
future
fucking
prospect.
moon.
Well, I've never seen him climb. He has to be the worst climber I've ever met.
Well,
Or
you've
or,
never
you know,
seen him
Yeah, but I'm 100% certain he can't do that.
though.
or make him, you know, a bunch of random places, exotic places that he might be traveling to.
Like Branson, Missouri.
What's
Harmony,
the best place we can pretend that Boo is at for Boo?
Put him in
Like,
Greece.
oh, he looks kind of Grecian. I think that's a good idea.
He's got that olive skin. I'll give him that.
Yeah,
I would
but
say
not
make
on a
him
beach.
make him a
not put him on a
gladiator.
beach.
Put him in Rome as a gladiator. That'd be cool.
I'm not sure that's gonna. I'm not sure that's gonna work.
That seems more like cosplay than
Yeah.
and what I think you're envisioning, which is Russell Crowe.
Well, I was gonna say put Brad's face on Russell Crowe's body.
Yeah. Okay. Boo's face. Yeah.
Boo's face. Yeah.
If you slap his face on this,
Only one. I
The
am
only one. The
it's
only
coming
one.
for you. It's coming for you, Hose. Relax. It can happen. Terrible. I'm more out on your idea, but you're the lady, so whatever. You're the target market.
Let's hear your idea. I want to hear what Jeeves has to say.
Mine's actually similar. Mine was to make sure that I would do to capture Boo's essence properly. You definitely need a video because the pictures do not do the man justice. You need to see the energy. You need to see. You probably needed it like as we've established previously, probably at like 75 speed, so they think that he's a normal human. But the most important thing of the video is that he is wearing a shirt. 100% of the thing that I think will help.
I would say that.
Here's the problem. I just cannot see him agreeing to that.
I can't either. You'd have to like. Boo has called me. Well, I'm gonna say 200 times in our life, which is crazy. Way more than anyone's ever called me. And every.
By the way, you're underselling it.
Yeah, I would say 5 out of 6 times he's shirtless, and he calls me. Like, it's not a surprise to him that this is happening.
On FaceTime, right?
Yeah, on FaceTime. He doesn't call on the phone. I have to know he's shirtless for reasons that confuse me.
One time I was in the car driving, and I get a call from him, and I answer it, and I'm talking to him, and we're having a conversation, and then I get home, so I park the car, and we've been having this conversation for like 5-10 minutes. I pull my phone out of my pocket, and oh my God, Brad is I did it again. Boo is just shirtless on my phone. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And he's like, we're having a FaceTime. And I was like, I didn't know that. I thought this was a phone call.
That's amazing. Okay. All right, Hose.
Describe what Boo Radley is going to be doing in this video. What is he?
We want to emphasize his skills. You don't want to do things that make him look bad, which is most stuff. So I would have him do karate against someone that's way shorter than him.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Like some Cobra Kai style.
Some MMA stuff.
Yeah.
Mixed in
where
there.
he can use all his limbs. Maybe not properly, but they're not going to know that on the dating profile. They're just going to be like, man, this is a person with energy.
Does he have a speaking part?
I hope not. I would avoid it, but of course he's going to. It's Boo. Of course he's going to talk.
He's probably going to be He's probably going to do it like a demo.
Yeah, definitely.
He will.
That's 100% what would happen.
He will describe everything.
Hey, behind us.
He will describe it in detail.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, yeah, what do you rate that?
I don't want to rate it too high because I don't think that's going to give him success.
Hey, You know what? When you're right, you're right. I don't know what I was thinking. All right. How about you, Muscle V? What do you got for us?
So I think Boo Radley's biggest issue is where he lives. He knows all the Jews, so that
That's true.
immediately rules out any prospects. I think what he needs to do is move to a new Jew city and meet new Jews.
How
What do
about
you think?
Juneau?
What's your
How about
top
Juneau,
city?
Alaska?
Hey, Juneau, Alaska's a great pick.
No, where would you actually suggest? Because he would do terrible in the cold.
Well, Florida's a good example.
That's Florida fits him, doesn't it?
Yeah, with the shirts he wears and everything, for sure.
The lack of, yeah.
I'm wondering how many tattoos he'll come back from Florida with.
Yeah, bandana or no?
But definite bandana. I cannot see Boo sit for a tattoo.
No.
Could you imagine that? I would love to watch that. Even if it was like a real small one, I could never. It's like we've known him for what? We've established very close to 15 years. I still
Yeah.
don't even think I can. I'm one of his best friends. I don't think I could pat him on the back without him tweaking out.
Also,
Oh my God.
his pain tolerance is very low. Remember, he used to bang his
It
knee.
is very low.
Yeah. Super
Just
low
crawl
tolerance.
around our dorm.
Yeah.
He would stub his toe and hop around saying worst pain ever.
No, he wouldn't hop around. He would crawl on the floor. All right, Hose Dash A. How would you rate that one?
Moving to another city, I think that's promising.
Yeah, it's really
I
stated
think I
a lot
really
of
do.
times
Really
he's tapped
do.
out the market.
He's totally tapped out the market in that area. If anything, he can move north, New York. New York.
Most amount of chances possible, and definitely a high Jewish population. Very smart.
I feel like Florida's a better answer because New York is way too like serious and competitive. Like I feel like he would get a little bit eaten alive.
It's really hard to tell. In corporate world, Boo's a totally different person. As we've established, if Hose
I
Dash
don't
A, if
mean in his
he has a
career.
podcast,
I
you
mean
go
he'll get
listen to
eaten
him.
alive in his social life.
Yeah, but what's the difference between that and then him hanging out with his 3 other friends versus now? Like, that's not different.
But he wouldn't have his 3 friends even.
He'd be closer to the one.
That's true.
He'd be fine.
Maybe that's why I want him to move further from that guy.
Yeah, that's your problem. Hopefully we'll get him on sometime. All right, well, what's your rating, Hose?
I think Florida is a good choice. In New York, he might get eaten alive by people, but the thing is, in Florida, he might get eaten alive by gators.
I mean, you gotta take the risk, right? Yeah.
But you're right. Marriage, date. Oh, it's just a gator. At least he can, post a video or picture of him opening a gator's mouth with both his bare hands.
Oh, there you go.
That's a great photo for the profile.
That's right. Great photo.
Imagine all the Floridians flocking onto that profile.
I can see it now.
Bandana and all.
and a quarter of a tattoo. All right, well, what's your rating out of 10?
I think I want to give that. I think I want to give that 8.5, almost 9.
Wow.
Right.
That's. I mean.
Okay, so far that puts Muscle V dominating right now, way ahead by half a point to maybe a whole point. What do you have any ideas you want to pitch to yourself to rate?
Okay, if I was looking and Boo Radley, or if I was online, what would I look for?
This is the right question to be asking.
What would a funny, quirky opening line?
That sounds right up his street. In fact,
he would actually agree to that.
100% sure he's asked the polar bear question on the app.
Say.
We got to give him some new material. That's not the question. Just that he has a punchy line.
Have you heard his polar bear line, Jose?
I need to.
Jose
I
Dache?
need to. I've not heard. I'm not heard.
Let me ask you a question, Hose
It's
Dache.
busy there.
Yeah, we're just gonna kill him.
How much does a polar bear weigh? Enough to break the ice. I'm Boo Radley.
That was dead on. That was a perfect impression.
Perfect.
He
Would
does
you
not give you a chance to respond either. He would do in text. He would do the response before you said anything.
Yeah.
Break the ice, Brad. That's it.
So would that
I
get
am-
you a date? Would that get you in for a date with Boo Radley?
It would start a conversation.
So he could just blow it from there. It sounds like.
Sounds like he's got you from the first line.
So it sounds like you're going on a date.
Yeah.
Well, he could, or, but it would be the case with the picture and the video and the moving too.
Oh, okay.
Now wait a
I mean,
minute.
this was your idea though, so.
It was.
So you said. So here's what I'm thinking. Maybe, and this just goes right back to my idea of hiring people to help him. But maybe what he needs is a dating coach. So maybe we need to observe what he's like on a date. So we hire an actress. She goes on a date with him. She reports back on all of his mistakes, and then we can really focus group how to make him better.
It's a great idea.
I like that.
Let
me take that a step further.
Okay.
We set him up on a real date, and we each hide in plain sight, so to speak. You know, we're patrons at the same restaurant, sitting at different tables, may or may not have secret cameras. We record all the interactions. We play it right back to him and say, and pause and tell him what happened.
Oh, do like a play-by-play.
I'm picturing in middle of the date, we swarm him after he makes a clear mistake and pull out an iPad and like, let me play back for you what you just did. Okay, do you see what you did wrong there?
Oh my God, there's so many good things there.
So I want to pitch an idea real quick.
Wait, we got too much going. Wait, I want to move on from this idea.
All right.
Because first of all, you know that Boo's so blind, he would have no idea we were there, and pretty unaware too. He would have. You wouldn't even have to hide. We could just be at the next tables. He wouldn't notice. That's great. He loves sports, so getting like having like a tape review, he would love that. It's what he's been looking for his whole life. It would be super funny. And we'd get to see him in his unnatural element. It'd be incredible. Great idea.
Thank you. I will take all the credit for it.
So,
yeah, that's a score. Wait, you still have to score your idea first. So what did you?
My idea of putting cameras when he's on a date.
No. That's you jumping onto Pansman's idea. Your
original
you said
idea.
Something else. What the hell did you say? That was like an hour ago.
Oh, the opening line.
Funny line.
Oh, yeah.
The quirky, funny line. Rate that, which clearly was not nearly as good as the next thing you said.
It really wasn't. And because of that, because we're doing a retrospective as opposed to waiting for the future to happen, I'm going to give it a 7, maybe a 6. Not too pleased about it.
Fair enough. Way too high. Way too generous on yourself, but fair enough.
Now, just because I'm curious about the contrast, I want to judge my idea of hire an actress and then rate your idea of film it.
Agreed. Yeah, agreed.
I think the filming is far more effective in giving Boo Radley the play-by-play. Therefore, I will rate that relatively higher.
You have to give us numbers.
Yeah, you can just say the number.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
So wait, you're giving a 9 to the fake actress or to the filming it while we're in the building?
Filming.
What so
what do you give the actress?
Actors by itself, 8, solid 8.
All right, and you think you think that your fun, quirky line's a 7?
I said 6 or 7.
You said 7, and then talked yourself down to maybe 6.
I just want to point out that the one very studious thing that Muscle V did when he was in college was rate your professor. He was very intentional about what professors he chose based on their grading. He was like, who is the easiest professor? Where is the easiest A available?
Worked every time.
I was gonna say, Pose-A, he would have been in every one of your classes.
Would have been awesome.
100%. You know you're allowed to say something 5 or lower, right? You don't have to give it a 6 or up.
Hey, guaranteed D. Guaranteed D in this class.
Yeah, you would absolutely take this. Oh, that's funny.
That's awesome.
Okay, Muscle V, I think I cut you off, right? You were going to propose another idea?
It's kind of similar. So still date. However, I've seen this before where somebody sits behind Boo Radley and it's his arms instead of Boo Radley's arms. And they do like magic tricks and stuff to entertain the date because we all know Boo Radley doesn't know how to do any of that stuff.
This goes back to that problem of not liking being touched.
Yeah, that'd be a little. Well, and also you have to have the arms long enough. Whose arms would you use?
Me.
That would be the most awkward dinner date ever. You two would not be in sync.
What arms would be less awkward? Whose arms would you go with?
Like a professional magician.
What?
Oh, you want Chris Angel to do it, is what you're saying.
Wait, why does a magician help?
Well, that's what it was in this situation. Like, you know, Boo Radley can pull like a flower out of his jacket or something.
You want magic tricks on this day? Okay, I'm sorry, Pose-A, you've got to pull out the number 3. Like you got.
I mean, it's low. It's magic tricks. No.
Especially magic tricks he can't see. That's gonna be tough to do. Make sure that they even worked.
Yeah,
and assuming that Boo doesn't mess him up himself.
The person doing the sleight of hand can't see their own hand. That's a recipe for disaster.
Especially
I've
with
seen it done.
Like Boo Radley.
Yeah, Boo's the worst person for that.
He will scare himself off, and he'll scare the woman off.
If only he could scare himself off, then he wouldn't need a wife.
Yeah, that oh man, I wouldn't go with a magician's arms. That would be also magicians are usually weirdly short. I've watched a lot of Penn and Teller Full Us. They're usually short.
Whose arm would you go with? Like a blue collar arm, like blue collar hand?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Why does it have to be a stereotyped arm? Why can't it just be a person's arm?
It be just someone who has arms.
I would pick Shaquille O'Neal, because then he's
on Boo Radley's body.
Yeah,
right,
it would help detract from him being weird because they'd be staring at his arms a lot.
What is the purpose of somebody else's arms, though?
It's just so that Boo doesn't get in his own way.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I mean, Boo's arms aren't really the problem.
They're not a feature, though.
I didn't say they were a feature, but
it's not about it's not the aesthetic that we're worried about. It's the what he'll do with them.
You're gonna replace his arms, but not his mouth. I don't know what you're doing.
I mean, the mouth is kind of hard to replace.
Yeah, it seems like an important part.
Oh my God, this is what you do. You get it's like Conan used to do this in the 90s. You take a photo or an image of Boo Radley, cut out the mouth, and just stick somebody else's mouth in, and then they do all the talking, and nothing else moves. It's just the mouth moves.
Now, would that work? I mean,
does that count as him going on a date, though?
Yeah.
Because he's not there, nor is he talking, right?
I thought the goal was to get him a wife. We can get him legally married on the fraud of a cardboard cutout.
And then after the marriage, we just introduce the lady to actually him.
Do you think a woman who marries a cardboard cutout is not meant for Boo Radley?
I mean, it makes sense. I'll give you that. That's great. Okay, well, rate that idea. Pose-A.
That's a bad idea.
Which
you've got to give us numbers.
The arms? Yeah, you going with the arms? Are you going
The arms
magician
are just
for arms?
arms are the shit idea, and I think I give that a 3. The
Nice.
intent, I get the intent. The intent is good. It's just not gonna work out in execution. It's gonna look sloppy and
I
bad.
agree. Yeah, 100%. Good call. All right, I got a surefire one. This should be easy. We've already established he's going to be in Florida. I think that's a good move. We already established he's going to try to get attacked by an alligator and hopefully befriend it. We also know he's obsessed with the Tiger King, and he definitely shouldn't be himself. So what if he becomes the Alligator King and just has a bunch of pictures with Crocs and a
Like,
new persona, like wildly new person?
is he
Runs
wearing
an alligator ranch.
Is he wearing Crocs while taking pictures with Crocs?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
think he
whole
owns
bit. That's
Crocs.
the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Perfect.
I think
mean,
10,
that's
10 out of 10.
Yeah,
thank you.
that's the whole
You're not the
persona.
raider, but so you're agreeing you're going 10 out of 10?
No.
No, you're not the raider. So
I'm the
asking Hose
raider.
Dash A. Yeah.
I think that's a solid 10. That profile right
Nice.
there.
All right. I think we've done it then. I think we found out how to get him an online date. Should we even continue? Does anyone have any other ideas they have to pitch?
Well,
think
I
we've done it.
just want to point out that you got it exactly right. An online date, because the profile we put together, there's definitely somebody in this world that will date that, but I think it's just the one.
Yeah. That's fine.
But
That's all we need.
dollars to donuts, they're in Florida.
Oh, what?
They're all in Florida.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
So let's do it.
Okay, real quick, we have to take a game break update. Muscle V, are you seeing this bomb countdown?
Yeah, I don't know
Am
what
I
it
about to
is.
explode?
You might be
Okay.
exploding in 5 seconds.
I'm just gonna stay in a
Yeah.
building.
You'll see. Oh, it went away.
All right. Okay.
We're good.
All right. Sorry, guys. Great. Does anyone have any other ideas they want to pitch? I know we figured it out, but any last pitches? Sounds like not. We shall carry on. You're dead. Perfect. Why don't you jump right in, Muscle V, to a customer complaint is what we're calling it,
So,
even though it's not really a customer.
yeah, it's one of our fans. They were very irate with the poll that we had yesterday with the results. So,
Why?
They sent me a fax. The way they got my fax number. Yeah, the way they got my fax number is through the Muscle V website. That's the only number I put on there.
That's musclev.com?
Yeah, musclev.com. So I'm sitting in my office. I get this fax that comes through. Person's very irate. The reason, they thought the Baconator should win. Now, this individual is a whale. Tons of money. He's willing to give us a large check if we rig the poll to make the Baconator the winner.
Now, wait a minute. Wait, this is a whale? I know who this is. Tiffany's pimp. I've met him.
Yeah, you just mean a real life whale, right? You're not saying it's a person we can get money off of easily.
No, it's a real life whale, like big checks and everything.
It's a physical whale.
Yeah.
That's great.
He did promise us a check. He didn't say the amount. He just said it would be a big check.
I would hate to ruin the integrity of our polling system. Just to catch you up, Host Dash A. Muscle V runs our polling, and yesterday he presented 2 polls, one of which he just didn't count one of the results because he didn't think it should win. So he said we got some votes for this one.
Several votes, yeah. So I can actually tell you what the poll was. It was how many men would it take to help you out of a bathtub?
If you were stuck.
Yeah, if you were stuck.
And like me particularly, or just any person?
Well, you.
Yeah, that's for you.
Yeah.
So what would you say to that?
Yeah. I can tell you the answers that we had if that would help.
No. Let Hose Dash A go first.
It was a write-in poll. It was not multiple choice poll, so.
Which we realized later was a mistake. 2.
That actually was one of the answers, so that actually would win.
Yeah.
The other answers were as many as I can get. We also had if they look like Thor.
That was the one that he just refused to count for some reason.
There are too many. The other one was if they look like Thor or Jason Momoa, then a lot.
Thank you for not adding your own name this time.
They did add my name originally, but I was asked to remove it.
No, they didn't.
Because I'm pretty much in the same category as those two. So.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
God, this bomb thing's going off again.
Yeah. We also had 2, and we also have I never get stuck.
Oh yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
No, that's not the answer. The question is, you got stuck. How many people do you need to get you out?
This individual wrote,
presumably,
never get
if
stuck.
you don't get stuck often, you need a lot. Right, I understand, but they answered wrong, is what I'm saying.
So, anyways,
not if you were Dwight Schrute from The Office. God, guys.
Yes, I know who Dwight Schrute is.
We got it.
Dwight would have also answered it wrong.
Did we put out a poll last time?
Last night we did not.
What do you mean?
We had no poll.
We got a poll coming. We got a poll for tonight, though. I think, right? Maybe not. I'll work on that.
To the left.
Well, actually, yeah. But put a poll out for the how to fix Boo's dating profile. That should be good.
Okay. So we have this whale that wants to give us a very, very big check.
Oh, right.
The check.
You're in a segment.
Yeah, the check size is going to be very big. He didn't specify if it's going to be $1 or $1,000 or even $1 million. So we have to make a decision. Are we going to rig the vote or are we going to leave it as is?
I'm sorry. You're asking us to do you're asking us to do a deal or no deal? Is that what's happening?
Dealer, if we don't rig it, he won't give us this very large check.
So, I think integrity is important. I will just look the other way. Wink, wink.
In the context of this show, I do not think integrity is important. I'm happy to sell out. And in this case, yes, we have to sell out without actually knowing what the amount of the check is. But as soon as the check clears, either we're rolling in it or it's nothing and we just, don't honor the terms of the deal.
I didn't win anyway. I don't really give a shit if someone else doesn't or someone else wins.
Wait,
I'm
to
fine with
clarify,
it.
are we rigging this specific poll or all polls going forward?
No, just this specific
poll. We're rigging one poll that's already happened.
Oh my god. Yeah, we've already revealed the answers. Everybody knows what the answer would have been. So yeah, if they're willing to pay any money to change it after the fact, let's take that money.
All right.
That will
take the money.
That will give you the loss, though, Pants Man.
Yeah.
What?
Your Frosty will lose.
I once again, when I picked the Frosty, it was because Boo had already chosen the Popeye's chicken sandwich. So I was already on my second tier choice. I couldn't believe it won. I was fine with it because I like winning, but I was shocked it won. So I have no problem with this.
All right, done. I will try and figure out how to get back to this guy on via fax and see when we can get that check.
You don't even know how to reply to him.
You have no idea how to work a fax. Oh, jeez.
It's one of those old faxes.
They watch the show. Can't they know that we've honored their request? What? You have to fax them back. Just send the check.
They said, please fax me back with your response. So.
Oh my god! Why would they even put that in?
But they didn't give me a number, so I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Well, faxes tell you what number they came from.
Mr. Whale, if you are listening, please send us that check.
No, just read the fax. It'll tell you the number.
Maybe he ran out of ink right at the end when the number.
The cover letter's first. Absolutely.
There was actually no cover letter with this one. It was just a demand letter.
Oh. So we just got threatened straight up.
You think this whale has the time for a cover letter?
I don't
know how.
Apparently, they've got a lot of time on their hands if they're dealing with this
via fax.
That's
Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
only way to
stop faxing.
contact us directly.
If you want to free up your time, stop
We also have a
faxing.
PO box.
But besides that, the PO box takes time. He had to get this done immediately.
Yeah, the fax is our fast way of communicating.
It's the fastest.
I can't believe you know how to work a fax.
Oh, I don't. I just have it in my office. And
Yeah,
then
once the numbers
it
were
makes
beeping
some.
and booping, weren't you?
Yeah,
Were you freaking out?
I was jumping around. I didn't know what was happening.
Was jumping.
I-
That's false.
What
The
are you, a
story's made
dog?
up.
I thought Russia was invading.
Well, they probably are, but there's no fucking way you were jumping around. We would play basketball and you wouldn't even jump.
I was making threes. That's all I needed to do.
Yeah, you shot threes without getting off the ground. There was no way you were jumping around.
It was wild.
All right. Well, thanks for.
It's been a real pleasure. I must bid adieu.
Fair. Well, we appreciate you joining us. You're
Yeah.
our third official guest.
Ooh.
Yeah, you did great. Appreciate
thank
you
you.
helping us honor Boo.
This is extremely interesting.
Great. We would love to have you back on the show sometime, host Dasha.
Awesome.
All right. Have a good one.
Yep.
See you guys.
Bye.
I'll be on the lookout.
Excellent. And as we lose her, I think it's time that we jump in to the Booper reel. As you guys know, Boo makes mistakes pretty much always. Pretty much most of his life, he's making an error or fumbling something. So I was hoping you guys could dig up a time that he made a goof of some kind that you found particularly funny. And Pantsman, we go to you.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. I did.
It can also.
So mine, I've actually got a couple, but my first one is, you kind of touched on it in your fast. The time that he would like get names wrong, he'd call you Dad, or he'd call you
Twice.
Brad.
He called me twice.
But my favorite of these.
He didn't call me Brad. He called me Boo.
Oh.
This night is but in honor of him, we have really dropped the ball.
Which is the only reason it works.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm making fun of him for getting the names wrong as I get the name wrong. But there was a time where he came back from the gym and regaled us of how he thought he saw himself.
Oh, yeah.
And then realized it was just an Asian man.
Which the viewers don't know if that's funny or not. So we're not going to clarify because,
No.
we've given enough info out tonight. But the important thing is he didn't see himself because he was himself.
Yeah.
That's a great one. All right. How about you, Muscle V? You got a good time that Boo flubbed it?
Yeah, I have a great time. We were in Nashville
okay.
on this trip. We walked into a
yeah.
bar after several drinks. We all get, I believe it was a tequila shot. Boo Radley takes the shot and immediately proceeds to throw up all over the bar. And then when he's done throwing up, he's like, all right, let's keep drinking.
Just
well,
kept
I think
going.
first we were like, let's just get the hell out of here. So
we were very bad people. Instead of telling anyone or anything, we
just
slowly
left.
snuck around the bar and just went upstairs. That was absolutely not cool on our part.
Not at all.
We were hammered, but
We
whatever.
also don't have the excuse. Like, a lot of these stories have been our college era stories. This was shockingly recent.
Yeah, this was my bachelor party. So brilliant. Oh, great one. So I went with not really an error per se. This is more of just his body doesn't work like a normal human. One of my favorite things about Boo is that whenever he goes, he tells us that he did sports in high school. He said he did track and field. There's zero chance that he did that, right? Because he's
Zero.
easily the least athletic person I've ever met. Like, he's in fine shape, but he's absolutely not an athlete.
I'm famously uncoordinated, not athletic, but I mean, if you throw like a light ball toss at him, he flails his arms as if he doesn't know what
Well,
they're
so
for.
I was gonna say my favorite is when he goes to catch a frisbee. He can't keep both feet on the ground. He just physically can't do it. At least one foot's in the air every single time. And we used to play a weird amount of frisbee because we're psychopaths. We would do it on the way to the night of drinking because
And
we
we'd
were super
hide the
cool,
frisbee so we could collect it on the way back.
and sometimes play it on the way back. Oh, we were the coolest.
We were
But
really
while we were being the coolest, Boo was catching or not catching it on one foot every time.
Yeah.
Minimum. Sometimes 0 feet. Sometimes he'd jump when he didn't need to.
Yeah.
Really confusing. All right. Well, that was a quick round of booper reels. We'll probably bring that segment back at some point.
I mean, I have another one I'd love to bring out just to close
Please.
it there.
Absolutely.
Because I feel like we've gone too far into a Boo-centric episode without bringing up Mel Mel.
Oh. Okay.
So
I almost did bring up Mel Mel.
Mel Mel is a woman that in college, it was his girlfriend for about 3 days. And
real quick, I'm getting a -1.
Okay.
And
continue.
This particular story of how he failed is more or less why we found out why the relationship didn't last. And when they had their first kiss, or maybe it was on the date they didn't have a kiss, but I just remember finding out she was really disappointed and upset that it wasn't what she called a movie kiss, which we took as an upside down Spider-Man kiss.
That's correct. We all unanimously thought that.
I don't even think it was like one of us said it. I think all of us at the same time thought that.
Right. It's just what it should mean. Is that reflective of Boo though? Or
he didn't
Mel?
Didn't give her a movie kiss. That was failure.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he did fuck up.
I thought the flub was that he elected to date her for 3 days.
No. We now know that was his only chance at love.
Oof.
Oh, that's mean.
Boo, buddy, I hope you are out there finding your true love tonight on your birthday dinner / outing. And then I hope you bring her on because she would absolutely be insane. All right. Great. Good work, guys. Good booper reel. Do we have any Twitchy cues, Pants Man? I gave that duty to you since Boo's not here.
Yeah, there is one.
Wow.
And this comes from Giant Dildo 96.
Oh.
And it says, I love Pose-A. I'm glad she's replacing Boo. He is useless. How much are you paying? How much are they paying you to class them up? Well, she's left, so she can't answer that. But we didn't pay her anything, shockingly.
I'll tell you this: if she's going for a raise, she is fired.
Yeah, I think a little miscommunication. The plan was not for her to replace Boo. She's just here to honor Boo tonight.
Yeah, she just came in as our third special guest. So who was the Twitchy cue from?
That was from Giant Dildo 96.
Sorry, yes, Giant Dildo 96. He kind of flubbed that one. I get it. She was great. We really do appreciate her on here, but not currently replacing Boo. For one, like Boo, I do like the continuity though. The continuity of her leaving before the episode, just like Boo does every time.
Well, I also I'm thinking about it. Have we ever had a guest with Boo on the show? Are we not? Is it possible that our audience just assumes that Boo is throwing his voice and playing characters whenever we have a woman on? Because our only guest has been women, and I don't think that he's ever been present on their episodes.
Yeah, you're right. That's interesting. You've never seen Boo and a guest in the same conversation at once. He could be all three of those people.
He is all the characters that we have as guests.
Well, and then we did the brilliant thing of having the Seinfeld bit that threw everyone off, thinking, "Oh, he has no ability to change his voice whatsoever."
Yeah, that was all part of it.
He's actually an Emmy-winning actor. He's incredible at voice control, despite how he talks on the show.
He's all right. I'm just gonna. I feel like we've kept it a secret long enough. I think the world needs to know. It's Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh no, it's definitely Gary Busey, but I mean, MPH would be fun. I'm pretty confident neither of them have won an Emmy. Don't start another game.
Yep, I'm canceling out.
Perfect. Well, all right. I think that's all for Twitchy Cues. I think we're done with the show as well. I think we landed on fairly good timing with the end of the segments. Why don't we go on? Just say something and get on out of here. What do you got for us, Muscle V?
Yeah, I just want to say happy birthday, Boo Radley.
All right, how about you, Pants?
Happy birthday, Boo.
What do you want to say for Hose Dash A?
I think she would say from her sincerest of hearts, because she's got more than one, believe me. Happy birthday, Boo Radley.
And I want to say to all of you still out there with us, thank you for hanging in there. Thank you for helping Boo celebrate his birthday, even though he wasn't here. And we want to remind you that polar bears can break ice. CoD Daddies out.